I work hard to earn my pay, and I saved real big today at All-American Ford.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason Svina, the Marketing Director for the All-American Auto Group, and this is the All-American Auto Mall and Old Bridge Updates podcast. This is episode number 15, and I'm really excited to try out a new format this episode. I'm going to try and keep it to 10 minutes, and it's going to be timed segments. So I'm doing this 1-minute intro. Then I'm going to do a 5-minute review of the all-new 2021 Ford Bronco Sport, which came into the dealership this week. I'm going to do a 1-minute segment on Ford news, a 2-minute segment kind of recapping some stuff, some previous episodes, and then talking about some events that are coming up, and then a 1-minute segment on the NFL picks that I like to do at the end of each episode. So going to see how this format works. Be interested to hear everyone's feedback on it. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from this podcast already, and I really appreciate it. So let's get started with it. All right, so the 2021 Ford Bronco Sport has finally arrived. I think it's an amazing vehicle. I really do. I think customers are going to love it. I think when they test drive it, they're going to notice a extreme difference between the competition. I think when they learn about all the little details and the little features in it, it blows away the competition. But anyways, it is the Ford Bronco Sport. It is one of 3 Bronco models that are coming out. So the ones coming out later in next summer, 2021, is going to be a 4-door Bronco and the 2-door Bronco. So those are considered the full-size Broncos. This Bronco Sport is being called by many as the baby Bronco. It is built on the same platform as the Ford Escape. It just has a higher safari-style roof, so the inside actually feels a little bit bigger and more spacious. I'm 6 feet tall. I sat in the back seat. I had plenty of legroom and plenty of headroom. Like I said, best-in-class headroom, and it makes a difference. You could really feel it. It makes it feel more spacious. So it's in the subcompact or compact SUV segment. Very affordable, tons of great features, and 5 different basically trim levels or editions: base, Big Bend, Outer Banks, Badlands, First Edition. So a lot of different options that you could get. But some of the things I loved about it during the test drive, their new suspension system. So they call it HOSS, which stands for High Performance Off-Road Stability and Suspension. And its main purpose is to make it better off-road, but I think it makes a big difference on the pavement. I think this car drove very smooth. It was very quiet on the inside when you drive it. It feels like an SUV. It doesn't feel like one of those small, tiny SUVs from the competitors. It feels like a nice size SUV and feels like you're driving something that is, built well and just put together nicely. It's not going to be as bumpy or horrible as a ride as some of the competitors. I'm talking about Jeep with that one and what we've heard from a lot of customers and when they return those and try and get Fords. So the drive is amazing. That's why test drive is the most important thing with this vehicle. It's going to blow you away, and it'll destroy the competition with that. The interior is a huge part of it, though, very important. The cargo space in the back. I mean, they're promoting this for adventurers and people who are going to pack a lot of stuff in the back. Ford promotes it that it could fit 2 full-size mountain bikes in the back when you put down the seats. When you open it, there is a lot of room in the trunk. They use the space nicely. It's very efficiently spaced out with the way the sides are, how high the roof is. So you'll kind of notice that. The back door, everything's very functional. I mean, you could open the glass separate than the door, so it makes it easier to put stuff in it if you're just putting stuff through the top. You'll notice that they've added lights to the back, so there's rear floodlights that you could turn on and off in the back, so you actually have some lighting in the trunk for once. There's hooks in the back trunk. There's, it's a rubberized floor mat in a couple of these trim levels. The ones we got in this week had that, so you could wash them off. So everything's just very functional with it. It just feels like, you could get the best use out of this with all the different little details that they put into it. The safety aspects were great. It's got Ford Copilot 360 technology, so you get all of those cool new features from Ford. So this is going to be a great vehicle for first-time drivers, younger folks, and, really all age ranges and people who are into all different stuff, adventurers or even, people who just want to hit the pavement and just need a vehicle of this size and this capability. So it was great. I think my favorite part is little Easter eggs in it. So you have to really see it, but they have the Bronco logo everywhere. They want you to be proud that you're in a Bronco. And I actually respect that, and I like that. You're only going to find one Ford emblem on this entire vehicle, and it's on the back. Everywhere else on it, the steering wheel, the wheel caps, everything, the floor mats, everything has Bronco or Bronco Sport and the logo everywhere. So I love that about it. And then a couple small things. I mean, you got Bronco logos on the little lights in the trunk, which is great. There is a mountain range kind of graphic when you open the glass in the back, which is a nice little touch. Again, the whole point is just to constantly remind you and make you feel proud that you're driving a Bronco. It's really cool, actually. There is even a little sticker on the inside of the back windshield that kind of looks like an old school Bronco, and you could only see it from the inside. Again, just another little Easter egg that they put in there. So I think this model is great. I can't wait for customers to come in and test drive, and we invite you to try it out because it is a great vehicle, and I'm very impressed with it. All right, so just real quick, the thing that stood out to me this week with Ford Media News was the F-150. So all new 2021 Ford F-150. It's a complete redesign. It should be hitting dealerships any second now. I'm hoping we get our first one in today or tomorrow. But two cool things with it. One, it was announced that it won the Kelley Blue Book Best Buy Award. It's the 7th consecutive time the F-150 has won it, so that's exciting because I know they went big with this redesign. I'm really excited about this new F-150. And then a cool thing they announced that I actually wasn't aware of ahead of time was that there's going to be a Tremor edition. So there's currently a Tremor package for the Super Duties, and it increases your off-road capability, performance, looks on the outside. So for the first time ever, that's going to be a part of the F-150. So really exciting. All American Ford will get a bunch of those in. We love stuff like that. So really look forward to that. All right, so now a quick 2-minute segment recap and looking ahead. So hope you enjoyed the 5-minute review of the Bronco Sport. It's all over our social media pages, our website. There's a video that we did a test drive and a quick walk around from this podcast earlier episode. So episode 4 in late September, I actually dug deep into the return of the Bronco, the history of the Bronco, all that stuff. Episode 9 of this podcast in October, I talked about sub-brands and went into how Ford is breaking off the Bronco brand and, just expanding it. And it kind of ties into, where the Bronco Sport came from this episode. So check those out if you're interested to hear a little bit more. Looking ahead this month at some of the events and some of our charity stuff we have going on. So this Sunday, our main charity partner, JAR of Hope, is having a Krispy Kringle family fun run this Sunday. I guess it's like a 5K, involves Krispy Kreme donuts. I don't know much about it. Unfortunately, I can't attend, but follow the JAR of Hope social media pages for more information and to see how it turns out. Our Feel Better Bears promotion and charity event ends December 20th, so you could still get your donated stuffed animals here that the first responders use to give children on the scene of emergencies. One of my favorite programs we do. Episode 13 of my podcast on November 25th was dedicated to that program, so if you want to hear more about that, give it a listen. And then the JAR of Hope Mustang that we donated to JAR of Hope that they're raffling off, that giveaway and that raffle ends on December 30th. So there's still time to buy a $100 entry into that raffle. And then you can, we'll have the drawing on December 30th, and you get a chance to win a brand new Mustang right before the end of the year. All right, so now for the NFL picks of the week. So last week I went 2-1. Total record for the season is 23-18. That's against the spread, so a little bit more than 55%, so not bad. I won the Packers last week over the Eagles. They killed them. I lost the Cardinals and won the Lions, getting a field goal over the Bears. They won outright. So for this week, my Shelby F-150 pick of the week is going to be the Rams, -5 so far against the Patriots. That happens tonight on Thursday Night Football. My Explorer pick of the week is the Saints, winning by a touchdown against the Eagles. And then I'm actually going to switch up my lowest level of confidence tier pick from the EcoSport to the Bronco Sport now that we have Bronco Sports in. And I'm going to make that the Raiders getting a field goal at home against the Colts. I hope you enjoyed this episode and this new style that I'm going to try out where it's a 10-minute episode broken up into time segments. Thanks for joining, and I'll be back next week.
Well,